All right, and we are back right before round three. Diego had a face change. Uh,
Yeah, it's like what Reiju does.
yes. so
We just swapped.
now we have the
It's me.
lovely
I'm
Franklin.
here. Deal with it.
Yeah. So we're here in round three. We are going to get Evan Garms.
Cool.
He is a well-known player in the community. I believe he's playing Whitebeard. He's one of the people
Is
that
he really?
Diego and I were talking about, where Garrett Farrington,
Okay.
Brandon
Of
Corpus,
course.
and Evan
Yeah.
are all Whitebeard stands.
Yeah.
Uh, we wanted to break the stigma of, Orlando loves Whitebeard, but we're clearly not breaking that stigma.
No. These all three players that you mentioned just now have been on that deck since Garrett alone, right? And then recently Evan, right?
Yeah.
Topping. Like, you're right. If anything, the stigma is just Whitebeard. It's dead. Put it down. Stop trying to make it a thing. But it just keeps pushing through, man.
Florida loves Whitebeard. Orlando loves Whitebeard.
Yep.
I don't love Whitebeard, but
I have it sleeved up. It's in the roto.
yeah,
I
that's
can't
true.
put it
You
down.
do you do have
I
it.
can't put it down.
But yeah, I. So do you think? Would you consider Whitebeard a tier 1 deck?
No.
Yeah.
No. I think it's a great meta call. It handles Sakazuki fairly well, right? That's like one of the good things about it. And by history has done well against Katakuri,
Mm-hmm.
right? So those two alone, it's like, all right, if you're looking at it like in the pie, you got at least 2/3 of the pie already handled.
Right.
Meta-wise, you feel all right against it at the very. That's not bad, right? Moria now is kind of a bad matchup. Like, I'd like to say 60-40 in their favor. Like,
Okay.
as Whitebeard, I don't like to play against Moria. That they just kind of outvalue you.
I was gonna say, is that just because they're able to like poke you down and eliminate cards in your
Man,
hand?
the first Perona
Yeah,
hurts.
Perona,
You
yeah.
know, like your hand should be like at 9 to 11, and early on it's knocked down to like
Right.
6, and that's less cards to survive.
All right. It looks like that the round 3 is gonna get started here.
I love that we've seen a couple of, we've had a varied amount of leaders here. So we have Whitebeard, obviously taking the stage here. We had
Yep.
Reiju last round. So, you're going to see a lot of Saka.
Yeah, that is.
He seems
it's
to be
inevitable.
well loved.
People.
Affectionately goes, but we have other decks that can still compete and get in there, which is great.
Absolutely, and I mean, people are wanting to play their Sakazuki while they can, because I've said it multiple times last round. Bye-bye, Sakazuki. Come
I
June.
understand the mentality of like play the band cards while you can,
Yeah.
because then they'll be gone.
Then they're gone for good. But
Yeah.
Whitebeard has banned cards, and you still see Whitebeard.
I'm
Moby Dick.
Further my point.
Moby Dick.
Someday. It'll be back someday.
Okay, that's cope.
I see that some for me some YouTubers that I'm subscribed. It's cool seeing them now in the wild, right? So but what's
They're
interesting
people
is
too.
like Cross is on Yamato. Have you seen that? So that's very different than the Sakazuki that I've seen him like play around.
I did
recently.
not see that he was on Yamato.
Yes, I think that's huge.
Because he played in our skirmish last night. And
I was
believe
like, what
he was
am I
playing
looking
Sakazuki.
at? I saw the Fishman out there, and I was like, okay.
All right, Mulligan for Whitebeard, Mulligan for Sakazuki as well.
Some players have told me, man, it's been a while since I've seen 6 life when I put out 6
I
life.
know,
for Whitebeard.
you're like,
they're not
man,
used to seeing that.
that's a lot. Like, but I'm very excited to get started and
It's got to be a matchup that Evan is completely comfortable with.
Oh yeah, he has to have
It's got to
tested
be like,
this
great,
a
Saka,
million and a half
fantastic,
times.
let's do it.
Oh,
Right,
Evan already forgot his first life, but that's okay. We nothing,
Quickly
no
rectified.
actions happened. So
exactly,
we're
very
good.
very quick spin. See if we're gonna
Shame
see a
on him
Tashik.
for someone who is on the deck so
See
much.
a Tashik. Love this hand cam stuff. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's so cool.
Later skill pitch.
We were kind of gushing on it last round, but
Mm-hmm.
the production value of this event, I am just so happy with. Everything
Shout
looks
out to
great.
the staff for sure. They did a great job setting this all up together.
Yeah.
All right, we got a huge 9K swing. Yeah, he's going to take that 100%. Take the life.
Yeah, you
Cool,
want to
it's an ace.
discard 3 cards?
It's a lot of 2K in that hand for Evan. Love to see it. A couple of we got one ace in there as a brick, but not really because there's a 0 cost event in there as well.
And So Ace is one of those cards that I think, again, I'm not well rehearsed in Whitebeard. I'm not even going to pretend that I
It's
am.
straightforward. You know, it's
But
straightforward.
I feel like Ace is a card that you want to see against Sakazuki.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely punish their field once you know, they try and like make a push. You know, you hold it until the right moment.
It turns their Borsalinos small.
Yeah. Sabo smaller, of course, as well.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very good tool. Again, the timing of it. And you don't think that we're gonna see him? Oh yeah,
Yep, we're just
big old 8 swing. Is he gonna actually give Evan a card? He will.
three Dawn on leaders go sideways.
Important to note here. You know, we didn't see a Nami start from Evan here. Gonna start with a 6. Does he have a rush
Right.
Luffy? Will Jonathan take this life countering
Yep.
2K? What do we see? Oh, okay.
Marco popped Toshigi.
I don't love this. I mean, I don't. You know, it's good value to pop the Toshigi there, but you know, you just want the rush Luffy on this turn. You know, you just want it. I have a bad feeling in my games when I don't have the rush Luffy on this turn.
Yeah, I'm not unhappy if I'm Evan here.
No, it's
Like,
still fine. You got value from removing a body, and your name is Whitebeard, so that's cool.
Right.
You're not Sakazuki in removing characters.
So, yeah.
Setting up this Dawn for 2/2/2. What are we gonna do, Mr. Sakazu?
Mr. Sakazu. I just heard, I believe Evan has 10 cards in hand.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Typical Whitebeard hand. This is, so I love the pudding, the 4-drop 4K pudding. Where,
Don't utter that name around me.
yeah, where you just play that card and suddenly Whitebeard has 5 cards.
Man, you know the crazy thing is though, sometimes they give you all counter and then you live. And then you win. So, you know, you gotta hold your breath as Whitebeard when the pudding comes down, but
Yeah.
sometimes it can be fine.
Yeah,
But it does hurt from going 11, 12 card hand strong and going down to 5. So
That being said, I don't have access to the deck list yet, so I don't know if Jonathan is even playing like a one-of, because you'll see that like if a deck is playing that pudding, it's going to be no more than 2 copies almost always.
here it's a very interesting question for Jonathan, because on your 6th Dawn turn, what are you really wanting to do to the Whitebeard here? He's going to
Apparently
commit
attack
to
7.
going 7 and giving him a card, but with 4 Dawn left, are we going to see a Rebecca come down to kind of, you know, put a blocker or something out there, a Borsalino maybe? Because now you're going to take 2 swings here. If a rush Luffy comes down next turn, which you might kind of anticipate, right? All right.
Pretty Kuzan
Pretty Kuzan.
comes into play, draws a card.
Kuzan is annoying in this matchup. You do want to respect it as Whitebeard.
Yeah, yeah, because your big cards that you're like, oh, you can't touch me, Sakazuki. You can only -1. And
It's
then
really
bottom 2
obnoxious.
costs, and
You
then
really got to deal with it.
Suddenly your Marcos that come back don't come
there's
back.
a rush Luffy. We're going to grab that blocker, Marco. At least a little bit more counter to hand. Not sure if he was looking for a different target, because he already has the ace. You're looking for a Whitebeard Pirate. Maybe he was looking for a big old Edward Newgate, 9-beard.
Yeah, 9-beard.
Okay.
So Nami
search.
and there it
Where's
goes.
the 2K?
I
'Cause he
knew that was
hasn't
going to
hit a
happen.
Luffy.
I knew the
Yeah.
9-beard was going to go to the bottom after Nami.
Yeah. Evan probably still rocking the 3 copies, so that's, you know, 1 gone, but not 1 in hand yet. Only 2 left out there.
Right.
Is that now 5 Dawn left?
5 Dawn. He doesn't really have any
He wanted
reactive cards. All
Well,
of
he
his
wanted
cards
the
in
rush
hand.
Luffy, you know, from that
Right.
Nami. I'm sure. I'll take the 2K, but I'm sure he wanted the rush Luffy.
Yeah, but his entire hand, fortunately, in a couple turns, is all 2Ks, but he doesn't really have any aggressive plays. He's just going to have to dawn up his guys.
Hey,
and go
let's get
sideways.
cards out of Jonathan's hand, though. You know, that's what we're good at here. We're punching 6 and 7.
Yeah. And I guess, you know, going 6, going 7, and then playing Marco Blocker is sweet.
Yeah, like there's so many cards in today's meta that just deal with the 4-drop Marco blocker, but you know it can still
Ooh.
get in there.
I think Evan got the Rush Luffy off of his life this turn.
Yeah, he flashed it very quick. I missed it.
And
But as you can see, too, what Evan has here long term, he's got 2 bodies that are 2K that he can pump up with Makino later. That may come in to play for Jonathan.
I think I was mistaken. I think I did not
could have
see
been an ace.
what I thought I saw. It was an ace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
then
what
he
it was.
already had 1 ace.
Yep. So 2 aces in
Got
the
something
hole.
else in there. Yeah. So yeah, these are Evan has bodies that he could potentially pump up in the future later. So this Kuzan being the only body, it's like Jonathan's board is not very scary right now.
All it takes is one Lucci, though, and suddenly
Hey,
half of
we
Evan's
are
board
at
is
8
gone.
dawn as well. Yeah, we are at the 8 dawn turn for Sakazuki. So as I was trying to say there, Moria was slipping out.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to see that come down? But really, what does that do for him? We need down to 2 life, encountering a lot. Tapping 4.
Jonathan
Oh.
holds his hand close to his chest, so it's hard to gain insight on his possible plays.
Okay. Oh, no, we're doing it now. We're getting the. It's not often in the one-piece card game. Coming from Pokemon, there's a
Oh
lot of cards that
man.
it forces, like, the shuffling action. Not a ton here. Pudding is so hurtful.
And as speak
Man,
of the devil, speak of the devil, and she shows you her third eye.
the all-seeing eye. That was say goodbye to all of those 2Ks.
Yeah, yeah.
So, of
So
course, here we're shuffling. We're going to get 5 cards.
I believe that Evan was at 10 cards, if not 11, and suddenly down to 5. So that one card just minus.
Hey, you know what? Maybe he gets a Rush Luffy now.
Okay, but then like, so what?
Hey, man, that's the cost of giving up.
he did get
You
a
got a
nine
Whitebeard.
beard,
He did
which
get a
is
Ninebeard.
actually huge.
Hey, all of that hand has counter besides the Whitebeard.
Yeah, and
That's what I said. It's coming to fruition. Going 5 swing at nothing.
you have the
minus
third
4.
eye.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha. Gonna do some cost reduction to.
Navy HQ,
Oh yeah.
minus,
we're gonna deal
minus,
with
and
it.
then.
Yep,
Oof.
lightsaber coming down and taking. Yep, that's an.
I love how everyone has their own pet name for that card because that card
I'm running with
has
it.
like
It's very
a
Star Warsy for me.
long, weird
6 swing
name
at life.
that I can
Just gonna
never
counter
remember.
that, not wanting to go down to 0. Yeah, I mean it's very Star Warsy. I'm gonna rock lightsaber. I love it. Sold on the name.
Diego
That
just
is
calls it sword. I call it Lucci sword.
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 That's so boring.
Hey.
Sword.
Hey.
Sword. Just one
Yeah.
sword. I guess it's not swords of revealing light. Whatever.
No. But yeah, Lucci sword. Anyways, so looks like we did go with a 9-beer turn on curve. Thanks to the pudding, I
I've been
guess.
wanting to choosing to counter out that attack from Jonathan so he could maintain the 1 life there with Whitebeard. Now being an AK leader.
Well, hopefully Evan declared his leader as target for the Whitebeard.
Ah,
Because I don't, or I'm sure you're privy to this information, but
Yeah.
not many people do know that when you play the 9-beard, it does say up to 1 leader gains
Oh,
2,000.
okay.
Or it's
Yeah.
worded that way to where you actually have to declare that, yes, I would like my leader to gain 2,000 until the next turn.
it's almost like, do we need to say? But we do. I
Yeah.
guess you do.
I mean, when you're in these types of like the tier 3 tournaments and stuff like that, like
Now,
people will get you.
now what do we do here? Because we need to remove this 9-beard. Does Jonathan have the tools in hand to effectively remove the 9 cost?
Yeah, really with the Kuzan taken off the board now, you're looking at Ice Age or bust.
I'm seeing a lot of players transition to this the stage variant of Sakazuki. And
Mhm.
I've heard very aggressive opinions on both sides, but it seems like players are really going for this stage now, which I find very a cool tool. I understand it's very good for yellow, very good for mirror. Tapping 1 down so far. Tashig
Tashigi.
get some options here.
Dig for. Yeah,
Uh,
it's so hard to catch those cards. But
we
that's
do
okay.
want to remove the Newgate. We definitely want to do that.
Yeah. And Newgate now, not saying that this is the correct thing to do, but Newgate now can attach to Dawn and then just eliminate that Tashigi.
Yeah, I mean, if Jonathan had a more threatening board right now, that play that you just referenced is mitigated with like Sabo being out, right? Because now like the target for the 2 Dawn on Newgate swing is going to be a Rebecca blocker, but
Wait
Sabo
a
protects
second.
that.
Something that you almost never see. He just showed that you can play a stage on top of the stage to just get rid of the other one.
Yeah, well, we
and
do that
use
with
its new effects.
Germa Kingdom all the time.
Yeah. So he was able to reduce Newgate by 1, 2, 3.
Reducing it 1 more further here.
And then a 4th time with Sakazuki. So Newgate is, I believe, currently standing at a 5 cost.
Yeah, that's some of the unique plays that this playing the stage variant can present in your matchups here. Some very cool math. I love this. Yes. Please
indicate
the cost reduction.
Okay. So,
Fantastic.
yes, I believe that Newgate is currently sitting at 5. Another confusing thing is, though, some people like to have the
counter
die
the ones.
represent the cost.
I like to use the number on the die for what is being reduced.
Yeah, and
And that's it.
here we
Yep,
go.
There go. Yeah. Oh man. Lightsaber is such a good card to remove Whitebeard stuff because, like, the Marco blocker, you have to pitch a Whitebeard pirate to get it back. The Marco attacker, I guess you could kind of say, right? The 6K, like you pitch an event to get it back, but if you Lightsaber bottom deck it, man,
Right.
that's it. So, like, you got Pudding Devin, you got Lightsaber twice now.
Yeah,
Like, but that's what the Sakadu do.
it's almost like the Sakazuki
That's
player
what the
is
Saka
like
do.
prepared to see Whitebeard because like having that, it's
Hey
just
man,
so.
the Whitebeard's on the map. It made that topping, and Sokka's
did.
got to respect it.
It did.
You know, it's on the board here. Now, what does Evan do? This is a little tougher. We're very close to the end here.
Yeah, because he goes to 0 life this turn. It looks like he has his 3 Dawn that he's not touching because he wants those events to try and protect him. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
They're going on Nami.
Yeah, gonna do a 5K swing,
Okay.
which of course will counter
Yeah,
out.
simple
of that.
card.
Yeah. Evan not having many cards in hand left. Like there's 3 2Ks and an ace.
I think Jonathan has 3 cards in hand, also low.
No Luffy rush here to threaten that kind of situation, though, right? We only have the ace, but
You're
ace
all
is
about
7.
that Luffy rush.
You need it, man. I'm saying the games that I win more often than not, it's because of Luffy.
Yeah.
I see Luffy, I'm feeling good.
All right.
How
we
could you
are
not?
at 0.
Oh man,
We
writing
have
on the wall kind of thing.
no event
I think,
Dawn up.
Yeah,
and
I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We might see a clean finish here.
all we do here, we need to do is just 10 Dawn on Sakazuki.
Yep, 15,
Now,
15 swing.
that's not the correct thing. You want to just like, okay, this eliminates
Let's
a card.
just
This
do
eliminates
6
a card.
first, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Going 8.
Oh,
so
no, we're not. We're going 9.
Going 9. Yeah.
9 at life. Yeah, get 2 cards out of hand. He's down
Yep,
to 2.
so
That's it, and that's a wrap. You just put the rest on
Yeah,
on
there
the
he goes.
Sakadu. And
Boop.
that's
all she
yep,
wrote.
that's all she wrote. Sakazuki taking it against Whitebeard. Jonathan victorious against Evan this game.
Yeah.
Man.
The quickest match that we've had so far.
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing that I like choosing. Like your games are very fast. You're very straightforward deck. Like you can go 9 rounds, and if you hit positive matchups, you had a very good day. You know, you're not super worn out.
But yeah, Jonathan taking it down. Sakazuki against the Whitebeard.
I think Jonathan had very appropriate responses to what Evan did. Like early on, Evan couldn't get like a Nami search. Couldn't see a couple of pieces you traditionally want in this matchup. Jonathan having appropriate responses to what was there, hitting